Hey everyone, Draculaw44 here. Hope you're all keeping safe and well today. Now, today I am going to be talking about a little bit about what I'm using as regards to my build and setup. Not too much, but just a bit. And then I'll be going into that Weasel Ferret boss, Kamaitachi. Now, if you want to skip 5 minutes in, by all means do so. That's when the actual boss fight itself starts. Now, I do want to say that if this guide does help, by all means, please drop a like. It's very much appreciated. And if you do want to subscribe or hit the notification bell, again, it really helps me out. I'm continually looking to grow my YouTube channel. It's a long road. It's a lot of stuff to do. And I'm really wanting to just post as many guides, early game and late game of course, and various other things that will help you enjoy the game so much more. So that's what I wanted to do with that. Now what I'm going to do then, of course, is I'm going to be going into the equipment now. So as you can see then, I am using the Nioh dual swords. The imbue contraption, as you can see the little sentience bar up the top, when that maxes the weapons grow purple and then you can deal more damage. You can get that on any weapon type, so well worth looking out for. I'm sure a lot of you know that, but just in case you missed it or didn't know, hopefully that will be pretty helpful there. Now as regards to the rest of the weapon, you can see that the attack damage is 445. I've got then grapple damage at 9.7, I believe that is, so that would be always handy. Sign of the Cross is the Eye of Quick Draw at 9.9, it's extra, and I've got active skill Kai damage at 11.7 as well. And I've got poison accumulation, which just means that I can deal more poison damage, or accumulate, I suppose would be the better word, to get more chance of dealing poison damage to the actual enemies. Now my secondary, I always just have this for familiarity maxing. It's never really used, but as you can see there, I've got damage bonus familiarity, which is a transferable perk, and I'm thinking that I may well put that on my dual swords. I'm not sure exactly which is better at the moment, but I'm going to work that out and I will let you know there. So that's the idea, is I can transfer it across if I want to. It's an A-, which is pretty good. So it's like anything there, it's just something to be looking at and sort of think, well, is that going to deal more damage? Now with the rifle and the cannon, I've got no transferable perks, but both of them are pretty good. They're not so great for some boss fights, and I would say that Kamaitachi is one that is maybe a little harder to hit because he's pretty fast, but useful in general. And then you can see that I'm using the Mounted Archer gauntlets and helmet and cuirass. Can't speak properly, but you can see that I'm using those because I get extra running speed and bow damage. Again, bow damage not so great for the boss, but running speed is pretty handy, and then I've just tailored it a little bit more into what exactly I need and want there. Mainly equipment drop rates, to be fair, a little bit of ninjutsu power and defense, just to help me, you know, maybe just take that one attack that perhaps wouldn't. It's not a massive amount, but it all helps. And then you can see that I've got fasted winded recovery, which reduces the rate when you actually have no Kai, or it's been depleted. I've got it on both this and on the Greaves. It's really handy. It just means that when you get knocked or staggered, you're going to recover that little bit quicker. Very useful, and you know, just something that I feel is something that's worth having at the moment. As you can see with the charms, I've just got something that deals more poison damage for the melee. And I've got the Magnetama there as well, which is very similar, and a bit of realm resistance for when the boss and various enemies do that. Now, as you can see there, I've got various things like elixirs, I've got sloth, I've got raging feathers, lightning damage, and poison. The boss, to be fair, is quite resistant to poison, so not really worth doing, but you know, at least it gives you some idea of what will be going on there. Now the next part then is just literally the intro part of the boss. I really like the intros to the bosses. I think they're excellent, and as you can see, it really kind of just gives a little bit of kind of a build up to the actual fight itself. And I find that, you know, it's really good, and it's humorous as well, you know. It's a brilliant intro. I really like it. Right, okay, so let's move into the boss fight. Okay, so as you can see there, one of the big things is he's quite fast, but when he spins, you can then definitely hit him because he has a bit of a recovery speed. Now you can use the trees to, definitely block those attacks, and when he does that red attack, you can either burst counter it, or you can do what I'm doing and actually attack him. Now I probably put myself into slightly a more awkward position, so again, it's best to try and avoid that. This was actually the first time I fought the boss except for in the beta, so again I was familiar with what the boss could do, I guess, to an extent, but it was a while ago, so it's like anything. But yeah, you can see that when you're not being hit by that, you can spin and you can damage him. Now he'll do the tornado attack. A lot of the time it's easy to avoid, to be fair, if not just guard it, and when he comes on the tree he'll always do that kind of massive blast, and then often he'll kind of like spin at you, but on occasions he'll just jump down. Again, you can use the trees as kind of cover for anything he's throwing at you. Now a lot of this is all about patience, just getting the time of like literally knowing when he's going to come near you. As you can see, he's going to do it now, and you can block it and you can guard it. That's exactly the idea there. Now unfortunately he got a bit close and he managed to hit me. That's just one of those things, you're going to get that sometimes. But yet again, well, I missed him that one, but he'll do that 3 attacks. That definitely is a big one. If you're closer, you can definitely do a lot of damage to him because he very much has a slow recovery. He does those blade things quite a lot. I mean, they're easy to guard. They don't really stagger you too much. You just have to kind of be patient with it. And then, yeah, it's just timing, doing those attacks, backing off, not getting too greedy, not getting too, overextending and sort of trying to do too much damage because you'll get killed. This game is all about patience, basically, and just knowing, when to attack, when not to. It's a learning curve, but, and that was the burst counter, a little bit better there. Don't be afraid to stock up on elixirs. I would say that they're very handy. You can do that on the shrine, of course by making offerings at a certain point. It's handy. You do, of course, by finding the dharmas, you can do that as well. So yeah. Now I use Yatsu on him just to try and do a little bit of extra damage. He jumped out of the way, unfortunately, to just do that, but. And I tried staggering him here, but he actually goes into the dark realm, unfortunately, so he did get into quite quickly. But again, just trying to chip away, just do as much damage as you can. Now when he's in the dark realm, one of the things that he will do is he will actually split into some decoys. It's quite deceptive if you don't know what you're doing against it. He does it here, look. Now the 2 decoys can't actually damage you, of course the other one can, so you have to be a little bit mindful and just always watch for the middle, for the one that's clear that, and you can do that. Now never be afraid to use your yokai ability as much as you're able. It's extra damage, never hurts, so yeah. Have a tendency to land sometimes a little bit further away, so you just have to kind of, see what's happening, go from there. A lot of it, like I say, is just literally using this cover. Yeah, he does a big attack, use the tree. Never be scared to use any of your surroundings, it will help you. So it's good. Again, the tornado, yeah, you can guard it. You call the Dark Realm normally once or twice, depending on how quick you can defeat him. As regards to bosses, I mean, to be honest, he's not the hardest boss by any means. You've got to be a little patient with extra sort of like decoy ones that can fool you if you haven't seen them before or you're just not looking properly. But you know, like anything, it's just knowing the attacks as well. Blocking the third attacks, I mean, actually stabbing you there, so again, yeah, that one there can be definitely kind of, wow, okay, I've got 3 decoys here at once, and needless to say, it can do that. Yansu really great for just that extra bit of chip damage. I always use it when I can. Yeah, okay, so regarding the sort of like the super, probably best not to do that when he's on the tree. Unfortunately, I'd rather mistime that one a little bit, but it's boss fights, sometimes you just want to get it done, and it's very, very easy to make a couple of errors. And that's why I'm showing you this video. I could show you a perfect run of how I beat the boss easily and how I didn't, but you know, look, when you're fighting, sometimes you get caught in the moment, you just want to get it completed. And that can lead to your defeat sometimes because you get impatient. I overextend quite a lot during these games, and something to just be aware of is that, you know, these bosses and these enemies can hit very hard, and if you make, say, just one single mistake, it's very, very, very simple to then, you know, be killed. So yeah, so there's a lot of patience and a lot of other things. Just saying, like, okay, I'm not going to you know, go over the top. I'm going to just be patient. I'm going to use my cover, and I'm going to, you know, be wise and clever with literally how it is. It does that spinning attack a lot, actually. So again, it's really good. You can block it, you can sidestep it if you can see where it is. We'll do the decoy thing again. Just watch for the middle one. The more clearer one is always the one to do. Yeah, I fire the cannon off to try and do some damage. Again, any yokai ability, it's always decent. I do love the music. I have to say, the music is literally so good for these boss fights. So amazing. So yeah. So there we go, that's my guide for Kamaitachi. Hopefully that was really helpful, just giving you some ideas, and just in general with the game. So like I said, you know, if you do like this, drop a like on the channel, that'd be appreciated. I'll be posting as many videos as I can, as and when it's possible. So for meanwhile, thank you very much, take care, and goodbye.